Hey everybody, this is Cody, and let's go do some stuff. Today, our hallway here has been in need of some attention for a while now. Since from the time we actually moved in this house, a lot of this stuff was already done. We just never have really made it to it. But I'm gonna kind of give y'all a brief look around. Look like the door here has some paint smudges down here. There's some spots in the wall. The pantry has not really been usable. It used to be a bifold door that was on right here, and we just took it down and moved it out of the way over time. Wasn't a big fan of the bifold door. If you look right here, I'm gonna actually pull this rug up here. We throw the rug down. If you look down through here, you can see with the splicing and where they put the carpet, and it's been ripped up. It's been tore. If you look right here on the steps, you can see where it's tore up right there, where the carpet's been ripped up and tore up, and that bottom step right there. Just overall, it's kind of gross down here, kind of blank. We just use it as a walk through here. If you look up into the ceiling right here, actually what had happened was it wasn't anything of much importance there. It was this was kind of previous stuff that was going on. There's the spots in the ceiling right here, but it didn't really matter to me that was kind of bubbled down like that. There's no leaks. Everything's fine. There's no water leaks or anything going on. It's the popcorns kind of fell down on it right there. There's a bathroom right above this right here. So what I'm almost betting is the floor got saturated right there on the outside of the tub or whatever, and it caused that. So doesn't really matter. We're gonna scrape all this off anyways, scrape all this popcorn, pull this carpet up, replace the flooring in here, and redo the room. So let me give you a quick, also, as you can see in the bottom of the pantry, it looks like I may have some kids who's been dumping all the chips out so they can find which ones they want. All right, so come along with us on this one, and let's get this area redone. All right, guys, start with, we need to get this pantry floor cleaned up so we can get this carpet tore up out of here. Let's clap it out of here. Y'all ready? Count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Guys, I'm sorry. Not real sure why that's not working here lately. So, I'm gonna need y'all to get that out of there. Have fun. Look at who was hiding back there.
I wasn't hiding.
I knew he wasn't doing nothing.
I wasn't
Get
hiding.
back to work.
I wasn't hiding.
All right. Got the pantry cleaned out. Sorta. All right. Now let's get the rest of this stuff ripped up. Alright guys, so I do want to let y'all know that it's not typical for you to have to bust stuff up in the floor like this after you pull carpet up. For some reason, they must have either had tile on this floor before or somebody scraped leveler over the floor. Leveler don't really make sense because the subfloor is pretty level down here, so I'm not sure why. It looks like they've grouted it and used to have tile running all the way through here. It ain't very common for you to have to come back and bust mortar off the ground like this. This is very uncommon, but sometimes it just is what it is. You kind of don't know till you get going in it. So it is uncommon, and it does stink because it's a lot of work to bust it up, but it's doable. You just got to keep moving at it. So let's get it knocked up. All right, next step. We decided up here because of how the tape and stuff's coming loose on it up here, that we're just gonna go ahead and do an offset in the center right here and offset it from both sides here and put B-board up. We've got B-board in that back room in the office, so we're just gonna make this match what that is in there, and we're just gonna kind of run it on through. So now I need to get my measurements and then get outside and get all the boards ripped down. Then we'll get back outside and get it installed. That actually surprises me some. It's dead on both sides. So we're in good shape there. I don't even have to modify it and make it work. It's just gonna work. All right, let's get outside and get these boards ripped down. So we got to cover a space of 121.5 inches. So what you don't want to have is you don't want to have two big pieces and one small piece. You want it all to be the same size going across through there. So you just take your full width and you divide it by 3, and you need each piece to be about 40.5 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tongues off these because these are made to overlap each other. But I'm gonna cut the tongue off of one end and then I'm gonna flip it over and cut it to the side to 40.5 inches. But I'm gonna have trim covering where the gaps are, so it doesn't really matter. I don't need the tongue and groove on it. I need it to be able to flush up together with each other without having that gap in between. So let's get them cut. Now let's get them inside. Let's get them installed. All right, we decided to go to bed last night because I was tired. So it's a new day, got a new shirt on. All right, let's get the trim work finished up here, and then we're gonna start caulking, doing some mud work on the sheetrock, and hopefully get the painting done today. That way we can get started on these floors. All right, let's get at it. What do you think?
I like it better the other way. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
So how you like the trim?
Look perfect. Don't do them in the middle.
You don't want them in the middle? Are you sure?
Yep.
You don't want me to just cut one and hold it up there and see?
I don't want it. This looks better. Looks more custom.
You don't want it in the middle. Guys, you heard it. She didn't want it in the middle. So when we come back later, if she says she wants it in the middle, y'all are my witness. She said she didn't want it.
It looks better this way.
I got a bunch of witnesses out here.
Okay, I'm just saying. It's
Okay.
gonna look great.
Okay. Well, now that we got the trim around, let's get the caulk. Let's get the mud. Let's get these walls caulked up. Let's get the mud done. That way we can get to painting today. And by way, I mean her.
Do you want me to paint?
She paints. I don't paint.
Do you want me to paint this door while you're doing the mud?
No, I want you to caulk while I'm doing the mud. She also does the caulking.
Caulk.
I hate caulking. Most people despise caulking. I really don't like caulking. But she can't do sheetrock mud, so kind of gives me the edge to do sheetrock mud over caulking. So let's go get that mixed up and we'll be back. So everybody's got their least favorite part of every project. I never...
Stop it. Get some help.
I can tell you straight off what my worst part, I just despise doing it. It's caulk. I despise caulking. To me, it's the worst part of every project. I hate even fooling with it. But it makes the biggest difference on all your trim work and all your paint. So you have to do it, but I despise doing it. Hon, what's yours? Worst part of every project?
How long it takes to do the measuring out of everything. I want to just be able to throw it up. I don't like how long it takes to do all the measurements.
She hates waiting. It's most women's problem.
Okay.
No.
Attack him in the comments.
That was it. I was just kidding. It was a joke. Drop in the comments what is your least favorite part of every project that you do. Alright, let's get at it.
A few moments later.
See that? See that? Right there? There's all that work. I ain't even done nothing yet. I've already got it on me. Alright, we got the boys started wiping down the baseboard and the trim. I'm still waiting on the spots to draw on the wall so I can sand them down. Kayla's about to hop up top here and go ahead and paint this ceiling. We're getting a move on. We like to do things as a family. Typically we all come together as a family and do these projects, so we all working together at the moment. So let's get this thing knocked out. Not sure if y'all noticed what I just done there. But anytime you open your can of paint and you're going to be pouring it back and forth, whether you're going to be pouring it in the pan or whatever it is, I always take my 5-in-1 and the point that's on the end up right here. Or they used to be called 5-in-1s, now they're 11-in-1s, 9-in-1, whatever it is they are. But I take the point on it right there and I always put it, if you look right there in the crease of where the can is right there, and I take that and I knock holes on the inside right there. That way whenever you wipe your paint off or whenever you're done pouring, whatever builds up inside the rim right here drains back down into the can, instead of sitting up there and then when you knock your lid on, paint going everywhere. Let's get these spots sanded so we can get some paint on the walls. All right, now that that's done, let's get cleaned up and let's get paint. This is usually the biggest transformation when you start getting paint on the walls. So let's get it done. Excited to see what this is gonna look like. And by let's get this cleaned up, I really meant.
First thing we're gonna do is just straighten up the floor a little bit.
Did you know that the roller naps here, they're directional? So the way to figure out which direction they go, you'll take it, roll it in your hand, like this. You see how it's working its way up? Now, flip it over just so you can see. And we'll start about the middle again, right in here. And as you roll, do you see how it worked its way down? That means it's meant as you roll it, it's rolling that way. It's pushing in that direction. So you want this direction, whenever you put it on your roller, it's going this direction. You want to push it into it just like that. That way when you're rolling up and down the walls, it's not trying to work itself off of your roller. It's working itself. It's continuously pushing against this. So it's not trying to push itself off the whole time you're rolling with it. If you've ever rolled and noticed that it keeps rolling, working its way off, and you keep having to knock it back on there, that's typically because you put it on the wrong direction. Put it on the right way and it'll try to push itself in there and it won't come off on you near as much. Tips from Cody. I've said that nearly every video. My editor keeps cutting it out, but it's going to stick eventually. He'll eventually put it in there. All right, guys. Well, got the hallway painted, got the ceiling up. Check it out. Oh yeah, looking much better. Looking much better. Much brighter, much cleaner. Looks good. Now, next step is we got a paint coming up into the stairway. We're gonna paint coming up into the stairway here. Yep, she was hiding. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it first. That's usually what happens. She disappears and then goes sitting down somewhere, and I have to go and find her.
Oh.
Pay no attention to what y'all seen on the camera.
Okay.
It just, that's...
Of me doing all the work.
Okay, all the work. Somebody's got to do the technical work around here. So anyhow.
Yeah. You've technically done nothing.
She's not done all the work. But now that we've got this painted, we want these walls here to match the living room upstairs. So we've got some of that paint, so we're gonna go ahead and touch this up here. Kayla's gonna get to touching this up, and I'm gonna start laying the floors back here in the background. So let's get y'all set up. We're gonna see what we're doing. Let's get rolling. Yes, I said let's get rolling. Pun was intended. Set y'all up over here so y'all can see her starting to paint and me laying floor. Let's not get y'all in the paint bucket though, because she will paint you.
It will happen.
She has no shame in it whatsoever. All right, painting's done. Let's get the floor laid. All right, guys, we're gonna get these outlet covers on, and then I think we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna wrap this up for today. We'll come back. So far, we're almost done though. Got most of the painting done in here, got the new ceiling done, got all the cutting in done, got the hallway painted in up through here. I gotta replace the carpet on the bottom 2 steps right there, and we gotta finish up the floor. But this far, we do have about half of the floor run so far. So It's looking good. The contractors who done this, the floor is a little off, so it's a little bit of a fight getting this to clip in. But it's coming along. It ain't too terribly bad. Just is what it is. Sometimes it's like that in the DIY business. All right, so let's throw these outlet covers on, and then we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, everybody, we're back. If you can tell with my voice, I was not feeling very well the other day as we were working on this floor. I think it's pollen's trying to take me out, but I'm finally starting to feel a little better. Still not completely back, but I'm back enough to get back to work on this floor. So we're back. Let's get after it. All right, let's get this floor knocked out. Well, it's time. I need to trade in my man card. Thank you. They'll go to good use. These ought to work. I don't care what y'all say about me. These things are great. So let's get back at it. All right, guys, so we're about to get started here. I know it seems like when you're looking from the outside looking in, you're like, why is this project taking so many days? Well, guys, most of the time we both work full-time jobs. Yeah. So most of the time we're just working on this in the evenings whenever we're getting off and we're getting kind of finished up. We're trying to wrap up some stuff in the evenings. So we're just working on this a little bit at a time, trying to get it knocked out. So the objective today is we're gonna come in here, we're gonna try to knock out as much as possible, and we'll just see what we get done. All right, let's get after it. All right, easy peasy. I'm gonna let y'all know, watching me do these steps, don't let it scare you off. Steps, small closet, stuff like that, those are the worst to do. It's the hardest to do. A full room, I do a full room any day of the week in carpet than I had to do one of these little bitty closets in here. The full rooms are so much easier. I've got a kicking tool where you just kick it into place. I don't usually use the stretchers. A lot of times you can rip them that way. I just use where you hit it where you need, use the kicker, hit it where you need and put it into place. Any day of the week, I'll do a full size room over one of these small ones or these steps right here. Those are the worst. So don't let anything like this scare you off from doing full rooms or anything like that, thinking that, well, that little bit was that big of a pain, and no, it's really not. Rooms are not that bad at all to do. So, besides, you can do any of it. Even if you got to take it apart a few times, pull it up a few times, get ill with it a couple times, you'll get it figured out. Just get in there and do it. You'll get it eventually. All right. So, finally got these floors done. Check them. Yeah. All right. So
good.
I got a couple more pieces to do, 2 more to be exact, and then the flooring will be done. Let's get these 2 pieces in, and then we're gonna have to run Home Depot and get some trim. Gotta get some quarter round to put down to run the trim around the floor down here. And we gotta get the bracket to put the door up there. But after that, we're close to being done. So, let's get the rest of this knocked out. Easy peasy. Glad that didn't give me no problems.
Yeah.
That would have been horrible. All right, check it out, check it out, check it out. Look. Pay no attention to the carpet in here yet. Oh yeah. Continuous runs.
Gorgeous.
Carpet completed. Let's get these transition pieces in now. All right. That looks much, much, much better. Check it out. Oh yeah, much better transition piece than that stair piece that they had there before. It's good, it's good. All right, now let's just get some trim in. All right, everybody, getting back on the inside of this hallway down here, trying to get it wrapped up today. Got some trim laid down here that's been painted. We're gonna get that cut up and get that put up. We got Kayla down there staining the door. Say hey, honey.
Hey.
She's down there staining the door, the barn door, the sliding door, to get ready to put it up. Let me get a couple cuts cut right quick. Then I'll get y'all in the hallway with me, putting some trim down. All right, so everybody's got their way of how they like to cut trim. I prefer to coat my trim. If you ain't sure what that is, I'll show you here in a little bit. I prefer to coat my corners in, because your house is going to expand over time. Your house is going to expand over time, and those joints are going to move. And if you just cut it on a 45, what typically happens is over time that gap gets bigger and bigger. And a lot of times you look at the corners of your house now and you can tell if your trim's been 45, you can see where your quarter rounds started spreading apart from each other as the house has shifted over time. I prefer to coat my corners in, and what I always do is right at my door jambs. Whenever I'm running up to where my door jambs are on the trim, I'll 45 it, just like this, and then I'll take a little small piece and I'll run it straight back into the wall. So it looks like it's continuous instead of it being broken up or it looking like it just comes to a flat stop at the end. It actually looks like it runs over and runs back into the wall. So I think it looks cleaner, I think it looks nicer. I'll show you what I'm talking about once I get there. That's how I like to run my quarter round. All right, let's get this done. All right, so for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about coping, so you see how this side, it looks like both of them's angled. But if you flip it over to the back side, you'll notice this side is just a regular flat cut like normal. But this side here, it looks rounded. It's because it is. So what you do is you take and cut it on a 45, and I take a coping saw and you lay it back at an angle right in here, and you saw it all the way down and saw this back edge off. So what that allows that to do, I'll bring you over here in the corner and show you a little bit of a close-up. So when this goes over this right here, as you see how it's a good, nice tight fit. It looks just like it's been 45'd in there. But what it's going to do is it's going to allow for movement. So now, see that? And it slides right up over it like that. And what that allows for it to do is over time, when your house is moving over time, typically things are going to shrink. You're going to notice gaps start forming in your corners like that. But when you cope it, what it does is it allows it to move. And then the gap is still going to spread, but you're not going to see it because it's going to allow that space behind it right there for it to keep bending in and it not to be moving apart from each other. If y'all are interested in seeing a video learning how to cope edges like this on quarter round is super easy to cope. Baseboard ain't as bad. It's a lot harder than quarter round to cope. Crown is a whole different animal in itself. But if y'all are interested in seeing how to cope these angles like this, y'all let me know and I can do a longer video on how to cope in your angles like this. But I'm telling you, ask anybody who's done it, or anybody that starts going to it, or a trim guy that does that, and they're gonna tell you this is a way better method than 45ing in the angles. If you're doing your own trim in your house, I highly recommend it. Don't cut corners with it. Just go ahead and cope it and do it right. All right, let's put these pieces in. All right, there's that one in. Now, let's get the rest of these cut.
Like it never even happened. Apparently all you do is just glue the little pieces in place. Easy enough. So you see me putting those little tiny pieces in. They look like this. And essentially they are just little end caps. So let me show you. Typically these little edges right here, a lot of contractors just cut it off flat and leave it at the door jambs there. But what we do is take these little pieces and fit it in to kind of cap it off. And it just gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. Looks nice when you kind of are looking at it, especially as you're walking in, rather than having a harsh edge. You've got a nice rounded edge to it. Yeah, it's little details like that that make the biggest difference.
All right, check out the door. Oh yeah, looks a lot better, don't it? Got it stained, polyurethane, and now we're ready to hang it. And you know what? Should be the last task, and we can call this project in the hallway down here done. All we gotta do is get this door hung up and we should be good. We've got all the touch-up done, all the trim work done. We didn't go through some of the touch-up with the trim and all, but what we're gonna hang this door, let y'all see us hang the door. Then we're gonna go through a slow-mo of before and after. All right, let's get it installed. Wow.
Makes you look like a baby.
You think you picked a big enough door?
I guess it'll work.
So let's get the door mounted. I think it looks great if I do say so myself. So now, let's take you on a recap of what it looked like before and after.